Hi, it's Gab, back with Dad.
Hello, Gab.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, viewers.
Hello, viewers. We are reviewing The Social Network, which is the big Facebook movie that's coming. Well, the only Facebook movie.
You're not on
it's
Facebook,
a Facebook
are you?
movie. I'm not hip with the kids with the
What do you
Facebook
mean hip with
thingy.
the kids? I'm on Facebook.
Well, then there's you.
Actually, interestingly enough, I find that a lot of my demographic, as you call them, which is to say slightly older people, are on Facebook. So the idea that it's just for young people...
Because they're desperately reaching for...
Well, because they can't get out of the house to meet anybody. So
because they're hips.
Because of their hips. Yeah.
And on that note, I think Dad was probably by glance, the eldest audience member in the advanced screening that we got to see. But we digress. The Social Network, what's it about?
The Social Network is about the corporate and personal shenanigans surrounding the creation and early development of Facebook.
Which wasn't that long ago.
No, it was 2003, I think, mostly.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine.
The movie said in 2003, 2004, when Facebook
at Harvard
developed from a small Harvard program to, well, what it is today, with 650 million members and a worth of several $1 billion. So, but it's about the very early days, although it's done cleverly in a series of flashbacks surrounding legal proceedings when everybody was suing everybody else about who really developed this thing, whose idea it was, 2 or 3 or 4 years after.
Which is no spoiler. Anyone who's interested is aware of the story. It's based on, the movie's based on a book. This is all well documented.
Yes, yes.
And it's really about the guy.
It's really about the guy, Mark Zuckerberg, who I think is generally accepted, although some people would disagree with this, invented Facebook. Still owns most of Facebook, is I think 26 years old today, and is worth about, so people say, $6 billion. It's about him, really. And
Played by Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, and I found the story...
A character study, you know.
Excellent character. Yes, it's probably mostly a character study. And I found it an exceptionally interesting and entertaining film, and very well done.
I would agree with that. As we've established, I'm not on Facebook. I understand it, you know, basically the purpose, how it functions, but I'm obviously not that interested in it because I'm not...
You should be interested in it.
I got the YouTube thing, I'm busy. I can't handle too much of this stuff. My computer would explode.
You can never be too busy for Facebook.
Well, so obviously I'm not that interested in Facebook. I'm not, as a rule, that interested in corporate, you know, legal depositions, you know, all that sort of business world stuff is not really, I'm not particularly drawn to it. But I was interested in this movie because of the buzz, and I have to say it's a very intriguing story. The way that it was constructed, written, performed, you know, it's suspenseful.
It's excellent across the board.
Humorous. It's fascinating sort of studies of human sort of like motivations and foibles, and even a friendship, and all the, you know, self-interest and you know, identity even. I mean, basically he seems, the story is basically that he created Facebook basically because he got dumped and he wasn't getting into any good clubs in university.
Well, I think you trivialize it a little bit. I mean, there's no doubt that
he was trying to create something.
Let me say something, please. Can I speak?
Yeah, but you interrupted me actually.
You know, I interrupted you. It's very hard to do. It's more than just that, I think. It's as Gab said earlier, it's a character study of a young man who's clearly extraordinarily smart, a genius. I mean, he's really, really clever, and creative, and highly motivated. So it's not just that he was dumped by his girlfriend, it's much more to it.
No, but they sort of set it off on that very basic emotional level that people can sympathize with and connect with, and then what springs from that, if you're a genius, is you know,
it's something of heroic proportion.
Yeah, it snowballs into
I want to say something
needing to create and needing to be the master of a domain.
True. I want to say something.
He has cards made that say "I'm CEO, bitch." I mean, he wanted to make a point to the world.
That's true, but I want to say this: that the general sort of buzz seems to be that it depicts Mark Zuckerberg as a rather unattractive, and in fact highly unattractive, rather unprincipled person. I disagree with this. I found the depiction actually quite sympathetic to him. Certainly he has his flaws, certainly he doesn't always behave well. It's true of everybody, particularly of younger people who don't yet have a lot of life experience. I found that it depicted him quite sympathetically as an interesting, indeed even perhaps a fascinating and very powerful personality.
Yeah, definitely conflict. And this is in the performance. I don't know the guy himself, and, and I haven't read the book.
Indeed, the writer of Facebook, Sorkin, has said he's never met Zuckerberg.
Right.
He asked if he could meet him.
Yeah,
and
Adam
he was turned
Sorkin's
down.
the writer. It's an excellent script.
Very well written.
And the performance is, I mean, this is I've been talking about a complex dude, and you can see in the actor's performance, even in his eyes when he's conversing with someone. I mean, there's things are going a mile a minute, and I mean, he's brilliant, but I would say he's portrayed as socially inept, to be kind.
Well, the world is full of socially inept people.
Well, especially smart people are often, very smart people are socially inept.
I take exception to that.
That you're smart. Do you want to be smart and socially inept, or not smart and socially smooth?
Well, I think life has taught me that it's better to be not smart
and socially smooth. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But let me just say about this film. I mean, what's the name of this actor?
Jesse Eisenberg.
He does a brilliant job. Yeah. I think brilliant job.
As does everybody.
I think the direction is excellent. The writing is excellent. The structure of the film is great. There's some wonderful set pieces in it. The music is very good too.
I want to talk about that in a minute. Yeah, but the structure. I mean, you really have to hand this script, give it kudos, because when you're thinking about what they're really talking about and the things that are going on, it's not really necessarily cinematic and fascinating stuff. What's going on, but the way that it's constructed.
I think
it's very entertaining.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, first of all, in my mind, this film displaces Inception as so far the best film of 2010. And I think that this film is going to be a very serious Academy Award contender in several categories.
Oh, I don't think there's any disputing on that. I just wanted to mention the music because you did, and I want to get into my negatives. I don't think I loved the film as much as you did.
No.
I had
you
a bit
to keep an eye on the time.
Well, yeah, okay, but
our viewers only have so much patience.
They want to get onto Facebook. I just want to say that I think it's an excellent film, but I wasn't 100% won over by it. I felt in some parts it was trying a bit too hard. That's the only way I can really explain it. There was a bit too many clever set pieces, and sometimes the segueing was awkward, and sometimes I just thought it was the sum of the parts. What am I trying to say? There was a bit more pieces than a sum.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's as if you buy a jigsaw puzzle and after you've completed it, there's 10 pieces left over. Except I don't agree with that.
And the other thing,
I love those set pieces.
I loved like 80% of them, and they mostly worked. And the music, I'm really torn about, because sometimes the music really brought a lot to the feeling, but sometimes I found it very distracting.
It was very overwhelming sometimes.
Sometimes it was overwrought, and I think that was harmful.
It worked for me. Anyway, we have to go now because I've got to check my Facebook page and see if anyone's written on my wall.
Friend Dad.
No, don't. Please. All right.
He doesn't actually want friends.
All right. I'm giving this one 4.5 dads.
Wow. So this is like your highest rank.
This is my highest. Yeah. I'm giving this one 4.5 dads.
I wouldn't go that far. It has not displaced Inception for me, for example. Not that we're ranking the year yet. I would give it 4 Gabs.
Okay, well, it's still pretty good.
So it's definitely worthwhile. It's very interesting, great performances, great script. We definitely recommend that you
definitely recommend it. There you have it.
Thanks for watching. Hi, it's Gab, and normally I would say it's time for our monthly DVD giveaway. Actually, we're a bit late for September. I was really busy with the Toronto International Film Festival, and before I knew it, it's almost October. And I also had gotten this to be our giveaway when we reviewed Money Never Sleeps, which we have not yet reviewed, so a little bit of a different month. So what I've actually decided to do, instead of drawing a winner from our subscribers for our monthly DVD, I'm going to be automatically gifting our month's DVD to our good friend Chris Stuckman from Quick Movie Reviews. Quick Movie Reviews was an excellent review show done by Chris, who unfortunately for personal reasons has to cease doing this movie review channel of his. He's going to be greatly missed in our YouTube movie reviewing community. So just as a little farewell and thank you gift, this month's DVD of the original Wall Street will be going to Chris Stuckman. We're going to miss you, Chris, but hopefully your stock will rise again in the future. Get it? Stock. Anyway, stay tuned next month, October, as we will, Gab and Dad will return to our regular monthly DVD giveaways. Hopefully people will subscribe in order to win DVDs, and mostly because they enjoy Gab and Dad's movie reviews. Maybe in October it'll be a scary one. Don't know yet. Stay tuned.